Hello, I'm Harry Christophers, the founder and conductor of the 16, and we're just about to enter our third year as associate artists of the Bridgewater Hall here in Manchester. This has been a wonderful relationship for us, going back many years now. The 16 I founded about 30 years ago, in fact just over 30 years, and we've been so pleased over the last decade that our sort of UK profile has just increased. It's wonderful for us to sort of bring the music of our heritage back to the British public. This is a passion of mine that we perform a lot of music from the Renaissance times as well as Baroque times, and taking the wonderful choral music of the world right through to the modern day. Brahms Requiem. Now everybody knows the Brahms Requiem, but most of them have heard it in the big orchestral version. Here we're going to be presenting Brahms Requiem in its version for choir with piano duet. Now, of course, those of us who love that big orchestral version, we will lose those wonderful orchestral colours. But we must remember that actually Brahms himself, at the request of his publisher, wrote this version for piano duet. And the idea was that it would be used to promote the Brahms Requiem throughout Europe and the world. And indeed, actually, the first performance in the United Kingdom was in this version for piano duet, done in a private house in London. For an audience to listen to this choral version with piano duet, they really do hear amazing things that they wouldn't hear when you hear the big orchestral version, because of the enormity of the work. It's very dense choral writing. This version allows it to breathe in many ways, and the listener will hear things they've never heard before. It allows us to put as much shape into the phrases as possible. This is a very personal requiem. It's a very human requiem. Brahms himself read the Bible every day. In fact, his Bible has various markings in it of the texts and lines that he wished to set. And he was very particular about this. There are certain aspects of the scriptures that he didn't really relate to. So that's why it is very personal. It's completely unlike requiems by Verdi or Mozart, for instance, who both those composers set the traditional Latin Mass requiem. Brahms doesn't. As music lovers, we all know Brahms for his symphonies, which of course absolutely amazing, and all the orchestral writings that he made. But we often forget that actually he wrote a vast amount of choral works, and we, in the first half of this concert, we're going to present two of his sets of quartets. This is all secular music, beautifully written. The piano parts are a gift for any pianist. They're just a joy to perform, and it gives us a wonderful opportunity for a choir that's sort of recognized, I think, for our attention to the Renaissance and the Baroque and the 20th century, to actually have some fun in the works of one of the greatest romantic composers who ever wrote for the human voice. If you love Brahms, you must come to this concert of the Brahms Requiem. If you've never really got into romantic music of Brahms, you should likewise still come, because this is exceptional music sung by a wonderful choir.